Okay, we're back to where we left off. Let's try not to get eaten this time. Now, what's supposed to happen here is that the Rex and the Raptors should be focused on each other, which is not at all what happened, as you saw. The Raptors went straight for me. So I'm gonna try a... Go away. I don't want to kill the Raptors because I need the Rex to be distracted, because I definitely don't want the Rex to have to be killed. That is the worst thing that can happen. Okay, they're busy.
Tyrannosaurus Rex. Tyrant lizard.
Tyrant
They reigned for 25 million years. We grew 7 of them. The 7 rulers of the island.
Related point, there like the fact that there are 3 types of raptors, there are also 3 types of Rexes. That one's a male. It's green. Green ones are male. The brownish ones are female, like the one from the first movie. And then there's these reddish ones, and those are alpha male Rexes. They're the strongest ones. And as I said before, it is possible to put down a Rex, but not with the weapons we got, and it's going to take a lot more to bring it down, the damage output we can do right now. Later in the game, there's a weapon that can be used if you get 3 headshots in a row to bring down a Rex. Which I may do either both to show you and the fact that if I don't bring down the Rex that's in that situation, it makes it way harder. And this is a Parasaurolophus that is about to have a nasty run-in with a Rex, so I am just going to leave that thing to its own devices because there is nothing I can do to help it. I am sorry, friend. The thing about the Rex is that it's easily distracted. So, like, if it sees something bigger, it's going to go after that instead. So that's usually how you avoid them, is either duck and cover, get in areas where they can't get, like here. This is the real industrial jungle bit. Or the better idea is to try to distract it with bigger prey. It just depends. There's a skull. We can pick that up. We're going to leave that be for now. This is where a lot of the hunters apparently died from the second movie. So, yeah, this doesn't really look that good. These textures are... Not great. But it's in it, and like I said, it's not really industrial, it's more volcanic. So I think volcanic jungle would be a more appropriate name, but it's okay, it's fine, it's whatever. You know, I'm nitpicking here. And it's an interesting level, mixes things up. It's not just jungle, jungle, jungle. Like they tried to add variety to the island. And that's good.
6. 5.
There we go. We are running out of ammo in this gun, but we're going to keep it around for the damage output. Something died here. Don't know what. It's like the elephant graveyard from frickin' Lion King. No hyenas around here, though. Just more raptors.
4.
Alright. Hello.
Empty.
Chuck.
10 shots.
Still got 10 shots in my M1. I didn't use it this time. Well, I did use it a little bit, but not first. I decided to use the other one first.
9.
Can we... Anne, can you,
7.
actually hit it? There we go. Alright. Keep rolling, 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 rolling. Yeah, keep rolling, rolling, roll. I mean, hey, the gravity works. That's what a real dead body would do. If it just dropped dead, it would probably roll a little bit. If it died on a hill, so... Hey. Gotta give it props to realism, however silly it may be. I was just touting realism, and the polygons just kind of blipped out of existence for a second. That was cool. We'll be careful going down here. I don't like how steep this is. This is... I'm just expecting to fall randomly into nothingness or something. I feel like this area's like barely held together. I don't know what noise that was. It sounded metallic. Maybe there's metal down here. I don't know. Oh my god! Wow! That looks awful! It's like one of those illusion screens where you stare at it long enough and you see a picture. That's what it looks like to me. I'm gonna stop looking at that. It's actually hurting my eyes. Oh, it's the sound of bones. The raptor's just playing with bones. Oh, there's 3 of them down there. I don't know. I have enough ammo to deal with that. They can't get up here, so let's stick to the high ground for now. I think there's another weapon around here. We definitely want another one before we attempt down there. We could always throw something at them just for funsies, I guess. What's this? I guess it's a rock. Hi, guys. What you doing? I missed
6 rounds.
Alright, 6 rounds. So I have 2 per raptor. I don't really like those odds, especially at this range. But we're gonna give it a shot. Get it? A shot? Ha 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 ha! Well, that was a good hit.
4.
1 down. We can't aim that low. Ooh, maybe we can't. No. Come on. Come on. You guys, listen. Don't be a jerk about this. Don't be a... Whoa! Whoa! That was not normal. We're definitely going to kill that raptor because it appears to be infected by the thing. Is the only explanation I have for that. And frankly, the idea of the thing infecting raptors is just like the most nightmarish thing possible. Get it? Nightmarish thing. I'm sorry, I'll start shooting again.
2.
Well, we've hit them both twice. That one's down. 1 more. Can we do it?
That's it.
Yes! Woo! Victory is mine. I'm gonna save real quick. Because I'm not super trusting of this drop we got here. Ooh. Yep, see, that's what I mean. Ugh. Good thing we killed those raptors first. Otherwise, they would have just walked over, bitten me, and I would have been dead immediately. Now that we can progress safely, for the most part, that's, terrifying, musical. Yes, the helicopter.
What brought that down?
Who knows? Spooky.
Feels full. 6 rounds.
Now, this is interesting in terms of lore. See the side of it? It says biosyn on it. Now, biosyn isn't brought up too much in the Jurassic Park movies. They were the guys who paid Nedry to steal the embryos in the first movie. I'm not even sure if the first movie even mentioned their name. And in the second book, they were actually the main villains, led by Dodson. But they completely wrote them out and replaced them with just Ingen taking control, and I don't know why they did it that way. But apparently, they decided that in this game, it was going to be revealed that Biosyn was still at work trying to get the embryos, and apparently they sent a helicopter. And apparently it did not go well. As for what brought it down, there are pterosaurs on the island, though you don't actually see any in the game, now that I think about it. So that's relevant. But that's the only thing I can imagine bringing it down, unless it got too low. And just got eaten. So this guy, speaking of getting eaten, this guy, unfortunately, is an InGen box. Hooray! And up here...
Feels full.
There's an AK. And that is a good weapon, which is why I walked all the way up here. I have seen a Let's Play of this before, done by... see, I can't remember his name. Shoot. I'll look up his name and mention it later, because he deserves a mention, because he did Let's Play this years back, and it was great. And frankly, you all should watch it too. If you're interested. He has a lot of insight to things that I don't like. I'm a dinosaur person. and a history person. He is more, he knows like random facts about like computers and guns and stuff like that to add to it. So it's interesting. He also complements things in terms of game development that I know a little bit about because, you know, I do review games, but I think he did a better, he did a much better job than I could. Anyway, I still can't remember his name. That's really gonna bother me. Oh well. Anyway, I will plug him later, I promise. He's not very active anymore. I think the last thing he uploaded was like a year ago. And anyway, we're just walking now. I'm trying to fill in the void because this part is just like, look at these, look at this. You're just walking through a gully. Aren't you excited? Not really. There's not even any more enemies right now. Oh, I spoke too soon. That appears to be, it's a tribe. It's a tribe, eh? Anyway, it is full auto, but I don't like to shoot it that way. I prefer the single shot. It's more precise. Full auto is rarely. I would not recommend that too often in this game. It's usually much better to shoot precisely rather than just go crazy because keeping your aim steady, one-arming these guns is not something that frankly wouldn't be realistic in real life. So I'm not surprised that Anne can't pull that off. The very fact that she can one-arm a lot of these guns is pretty impressive. Because most of these guns are designed to be held with two hands. Like the AK here, for example. You can fire it with one arm, but it's definitely one of those guns. It's easily more precise with two arms. I mean, just aiming alone, you wouldn't want to just hold your arm at this fixed angle. You'd want two arms. Apparently, the fans' rule about this is that Anne broke her arm in the plane crash, which is why she never uses it. Which is as good an explanation as any. It's the only thing that really makes sense, so I'll take that. I mean, that sounds about right. She never complains about it, which is a little weird, but I mean, hey, I'll use that as my only explanation because it's the best one anyone came up with, and I can see through the ground over there. That's neat. So we're supposed to crawl over this. So we're gonna save real quick because, frankly, I'm pretty sure falling is death. And we're gonna jump. Up out here. Up we go. With caution. Again, our legs are a square, so she likes to move weirdly because of the impact ratio. Oh boy. So, this is a puzzle I was specifically warned about. Apparently, this upcoming puzzle is a platforming puzzle, but apparently it's deceptively challenging. So I hear. I've never attempted it myself. This is the farthest I've ever played in the game. You're seeing, other than what I've watched of it, that you're basically seeing a blind Let's Play. I probably should have led with that. In any event, so I don't know how hard this really is. We're gonna give it a shot because I think it's doable. I'm sure it can be done. And by I'm sure, I mean I'm not sure, but I'm stubborn like that, so we're gonna give it a shot. So part of the problem is Anne. And jumping up. She doesn't like to do it sometimes. It's very, very, very obnoxious. So that's gonna be a bit of a pain. All right, so we got that. This one is Anne. Hold on. I think carrying the gun throws us off a little bit. I don't see why that would be, but I always feel like I have more control over my jumps when I'm not carrying a gun. Huh. This is really annoying, isn't it? Wow. Let's look around and see if there's anything else. No, it definitely wants us to go up there. It's the obvious path, yet... Ooh, so close! I always slide down. Can we maybe crawl up or something? Sounds dumb, but why not? Wow, that almost worked. It's not working, as you see, but it almost worked. Alley-oop! Oh, come on! Oh! Got it that time, alright. Fantastic. No. Alright, hold on.
About half a clip.
This back. This is another hard one. Yes, it is. can get a pretty good running start if we get up there. It just seems so weird because you don't understand. Like I'm mashing forward, she just slides back down. It's the weirdest thing you'll ever deal with. Because logically, you should be able to just power your way up here, but it's just not a thing that the game lets you do. Oh, hey, that worked. All right, fine with me. We're getting there. Come on. Yes! We are almost there. I think. Looks like it. Just about, anyway. Now, here's a problem. We can't get up there, so I guess we'll have to jump over this way. And not do that. Great. I dropped my gun, too. It's stuck there.
It's half gone.
Yes, I know it's half gone, but it's still useful to us. I still want to keep it, Anne. Alright, you want to throw it away? Fine. Off with you. We'll get it later. Let's focus on jumping rather than losing our gun. It's a distraction at this point. So we can definitely make this jump if we're careful. Yes! Alright, there we go. Much better. Up. Up. Almost got it. Almost got it. Let's get our gun back.
About half a clip.
Ha-ha! Take that! I was told that was really hard, and while it was annoying, listen, I did it, alright? That's the... Now this is deceptive, too. You gotta... Before I actually do this, it looks like you can't get down from here, but there is water down there, but it's not very deep, so you'd think that would kill you, but no, no, I promise you, that is what the game wants us to do. That doesn't make any logical sense. Also, apparently Anne! I know you fell in the water, and I know it's... I guess it is a little bit deep. But not deep enough to constitute what happened there. Can we get it? Anne! Anne! Get the gun! We need the gun! Anne, please. Please, don't do this to me. I tried so hard to bring it with me, and here we are. Alright, whatever. I think there's another weapon nearby anyway. Obviously, enemies haven't been relevant. There is another... Ooh, that is a... His name is failing me. Shoot, it's Canadian. That's where I'm at with that. I'm like, it's Canadian. What is it?
About half a clip.
Man, I'm the dinosaur guy. How don't I know this? Ooh, aiming this is not fun.
Hasn't been used.
We can bring that down. It's a, shoot! This is gonna bother me. I'm sorry, I'm tired right now. My brain is not working. I keep wanting to say Argentinosaurus. That's completely off. That's not even the same class. Nor is that Canadian. That's South American. Man. Just gonna call it Vancouversaurus till I remember. Very close relative of the T-Rex, though. Smaller, obviously. We can kill it, but it's distracted, so is the raptor, so we're gonna keep going. And I'm gonna
There was an utter silence.
pick my brain here to try to remember what the heck that thing was called.
Far away I could hear a Jeep engine idling.
Like, I'm thinking of Canada, and I'm like, Vancouver? Yes. Montreal? Yes, not helping. But it's named after the place where it was found. And my world geography is just I'm sorry. I apologize. My Canadian friends are probably watching this and they're like, failure!
Covert business to thrive in Central America, nor the most dangerous.
So we got some presumed drug runners here who crash landed on the island, didn't have a good time. Yeah, they got eaten in their plane. That's good. But they have a AK that has a drum magazine. So not only is it an AK, but it has much more ammunition. So we're definitely going to take this. Also, I noticed this level is really long. Anywho, let's save real quick now that we're down here. I like how I'm forgetting these things, and I know whenever I edit this, I'm actually gonna like put I'll put text over, and he'll be like, "You idiot! It's this! You know that! You're just being dumb!" I wonder if we can leave those...
We released the first Raptor on April 22nd, 1985.
And that was your first
It wandered
mistake.
back and forth near the wall for 4 minutes and 22 seconds before hearing a noise, which drew it further off into the brush.
We'll keep an eye on those tribe bees over there. They're probably gonna stick with the Parasaurolophus, but you never know.
By 1987, the first of them had reached full size. The ecosystem of another era began to reassert itself.
So the first creature you released were carnivores? That doesn't make sense. No. No. No, bad. No, that actually would explain why Hammond is so persistent on keeping the raptors around. They were his first creation.
In the jungle, the forest, and
So I
the
get
mountain,
that.
3 raptor tribes
They
staked
caused
out
most of the
territory.
trouble.
Albertosaurs and 7 T-Rex
Albertosaur-
chose their dominions.
Albertosaurs!
Uneasy borders drawn around forest ridges and
Albertosaurs.
ponds.
Thank you, John. I appreciate that. That was relevant information. Yeah, the Albertosaurs
Not
are...
all the original species survived. In the end, only a few adjusted to the new world. These became dominant.
dominant. Down. This level is almost over. We can see the end in sight. Excited? I know I am. Oh, that was a weird glitch. Yeah, see, going full auto complete throws off the game, so let's not do that. Hit it! And please. Oh goodness. That took more shots than I thought it would, but I think I only got a headshot of it last time, so that probably was why. Oh, the AK is not super precise. You can aim with it, but like I prefer the M1. If I'm being honest. Albertosaurus, why? I'm sorry. I am such a failure.
Showers, coffee, air conditioning. Almost there.
Not really. I mean, you think you are, but you're not. That's...
Feels full.
I'll just throw that off. We should have plenty in the AK if we run into anything else, but I don't think we will. I believe this is the end of the level. Ann! What are you... Ann, please. Ann! Okay, can we get up the... There we go. Okay. Let's turn around. There you go. Off we go. Ta-da!